Hi, fifth graders. Today you're going to need a notebook, your math notebook, and a pencil. If for whatever reason my face-to-facers happen to be at home today, you can just grab a piece of notebook paper and get this graph that we're going to make together down in your notebook. All right, so today's graph that we're going to be discussing is the dot plot. So on page 42, in our title, we're going to write dot plot. Page 42, write dot plot. Then flip and find page 42 in the notebook. And we're going to write at the top, dot plot. Okay, so we're going to use this data right here about Holly to create this dot plot. So Holly, surveyed her class to find out how many pets each student had. Create a dot plot to organize her data. So a dot plot will have parts too. It kind of uses a number line at the bottom and then dots to signify how many people selected that numerical data. So hold on, I'm looking for something. Okay. So of course, every single graph is always going to have a title. And so we're going to make this dot plot about the number of pets. This is number of pets that each student has. So that's going to be our title of the dot plot. The next thing I would like you to do is to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines down from your title. And I want you to draw a straight line like this, and it's going to look very similar to a number line. Looking at our data here, I see that my lowest number of pets that had was 0, and I see that my highest number was 6. So I'm going to create a dot plot that is numbered from 1 through 6. I'm going to draw 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm not doing a good job with my lines here, so let me fix them. I need more space. 3, 4, 5, 6. I wanted to give them a little bit more space. Okay. So now we're going to take this data, and for every time on our chart, we're going to have a key. So one dot here in this chart is going to be equal to 1 student. Okay, so these are all the parts of a dot plot. You have a title. Most of the time you will have a key, and then you're going to have a number line that is going to help you be able to arrange that numerical data. So this is number of pets. So now all we have to do is start and look at each value here. So I see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, poor 4 unlucky students with no pets. Because pets are great, y'all. All right. So 4 students that do not have a pet. So we're going to give it 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. The next thing that we're going to do is do the same thing with 1. So looking at the data again, I see that there's 1, 2, 3. 3 pets. 1, 2, and 3. And 2 pets. 1, 2, 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And we are going to keep going. There are, the number 3, there are 1, 2, 3 students with 3 pets. Oh, what did I do here? Did y'all see what I did with my data? Was there 3 there? There was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I did it right. Okay. So I can keep that dot there. Let me count my 3s again. 1, 2, 3. That is also 3. And then we go on and we move on with the 4 pets. There's 1, 2. 2 students with 4 pets. And then we also have 2 students for 5. And then 1 student who has 6. They've got to live on a farm, right? It's a lot of pets. 6 pets. That's a lot. Me personally, our family, we fall in the 1 pet family. That's about all we can handle. But we love her. I think I've showed her off to y'all before. Lucy. Okay. So we're only going to write 1 question. Of course, we can ask a question about this data. And we're going to ask the most common question about this data that can be asked. Okay, so the question that I'm going to ask is about a fraction, because with dot plots, they love to ask that question about fractions, and they also put a twist on it. So be listening for it and get ready to get this question down. Okay. It says, what fraction of the students had 3 or more pets? Okay. So there's a lot to think about with this question. First of all, before we can start making a fraction, let's review again how we could make a fraction with the data. Okay. Fractions have 3 parts. They have the numerator, which is the top part, the bottom part, which is the denominator. I think we have those notes in here. And the numerator tells us, I don't have it in there, of course, tells us how many parts there are, and the denominator tells us how many parts to a whole. Well, in this case, we're going to use the total number of students who were surveyed as the denominator. So I'm going to go through and count. Each one of these dots represents a student. So this one had 4, this had 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1. So that's a group of, let's see, that's 4 plus 9, because 3 groups of 3 would be 9. 4 plus 9. Okay, let me try this again. I confused myself. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There we go. So I know that for my answer here, there are 18 total students. Okay, and if you're trying to make a fraction of the students, that means all of the students. Okay, so there was 18 total students. Now we have to figure out how many of all of those students had 3 or more pets in this survey. It says 3 or more. So now you have to think, do I include the 3 or do I not include the 3? I want y'all to think about that. Do we include the 3 or not include the 3? I hope you're thinking that we had to include the 3, because it said 3 or more. So that means the 3 is included. So this is the portion of the students who had 3 or more pets. And so now we just need to add up how many had 3 or more, and that will be our numerator. So we have 3 plus 2 is 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 is our numerator. And that means that we are able to know our answer of 8/18 because it's our final answer, right? I hope y'all are thinking, no, 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 because that fraction could be simplified. And you're absolutely right if you're thinking that. So let's think. I have two even numbers here, and that's the easiest way to know that you need to simplify, because I know for sure that I can divide this by 2 and that I can divide this number by 2 as well. And when 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 18 divided by 2 is 9. So that gives us 4 ninths. 4 ninths. So 4 ninths of the students have 3 or more pets. And again, when you go to write that fraction, think to yourself, okay, there's 18. Out of those 18, how many of them had 3 or more pets? 8. So you think of it as 8 out of the 18 had 3 or more pets. That's how you write that fraction. All right. So when you're done with this, you can move on to your practice and upload a photo of your notes. Have a good day.